bring with you when you're doing a gig with DJ Pro. I'm DJ Spiegel Spin, and we're going to talk about it. Whenever you do a gig, it's very important that you have everything you need so that you could perform at your best. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys what I have in my gig bag, and I'm going to cover some suggestions on what to bring to gigs, whether it's a mobile DJ gig where you're responsible for bringing everything, or if it's like a club style gig where they already have equipment there, but you still have to bring some of your own stuff. So let's get right into it. When you're DJing with an iPad and DJ Pro, you're going to need some additional stuff opposed to if you were DJing the traditional way with a laptop and a controller. So I am going to cover that. So first, let's go into my bag over here and let's see what I got. All right. First thing is power adapters. We are going to need power. If you're doing a mobile gig, having power, having enough amounts of outlets is very important. So this is not the best surge protector, but it has 3 outlets, and this is what I bring on smaller gigs where I don't really need that many outlets. And it's always a good idea to have a very reliable source of power and make sure that you could charge the things that need to be charged, and you could have power for what you need power for. Next is going to be multiple of these adapters, because I DJ with the USB-C iPad. So USB-C adapters that have multiple USBs and HDMI ports, because whenever I do a gig, I always have some type of screen, because people have lower attention spans these days, and I believe that using the video mix section of DJ Pro will increase your performance, and you could charge more for having video. So get high quality adapters that will charge your iPad while it's being used, because like I said with the power, you don't want anything to die. Next, we are going to, I always keep a bunch of earbuds just in case something happens with my headphones, if they break, if they blow out, if I forget them. I just always have like 5 or 6 of these because I had them laying around my house. And if you need headphones in a pinch, they're not the best, not the highest quality, and you might look a little silly using them, but you'll still be able to do your pre-cueing with your headphones. Next is a really high quality HDMI cable that goes with the adapter. Make sure it is long enough for the distance that you're going to be using. If you plan on using TVs or screens that are already there, try to get an idea or bring a really long HDMI so you'll be able to connect into their TVs. Next, just more of the adapters. You always want to have adapters. It's really frustrating having stuff to plug in but having no adapter to plug it in with. And these charging bricks to charge your phone. It is important to have your phone as a backup source of music, and also if you need to do anything with your phone, if you want to record your set, or if you want to go live on Facebook or TikTok or something like that. Next is going to be a light. When we're doing gigs, it's going to be a dark environment. People are dancing, and we might not be able to see what we're doing on our controller. So the best kind of light to use, this is like a clip-on one. This is meant for like making videos and stuff, like a cheap ring light. But I just clip it on the side of my iPad or somewhere else where it'll be pointing at my controller so I could see what I'm doing. It's really frustrating trying to DJ without being able to see what you're doing. If you guys are looking to purchase one, I would recommend getting like a clip-on reading light. You could clip it on somewhere, it's bendy, and you can point it right at your equipment so you could see what you're doing. Next is a microphone and a backup microphone. If you use a microphone when you DJ, then you're going to need one. If some DJs never use the microphone, so you're not going to need a microphone, but I always keep one with me. And now going on to here is stuff that doesn't really involve DJing, but it is stuff that I always bring with me on these gigs. And let's start with number 1, Tic Tacs. When people are going to be making a request, if people are going to be asking you questions, it's going to be a loud environment, and people are going to have to get really, really close to your face and like whisper to you. So you don't want to be known as DJ Bad Breath. So I recommend bringing some type of mint, something to kind of freshen things up Next is snacks. When we DJ at gigs, we might be DJing for 5, 6, even more hours than that, and you're gonna get hungry. So instead of having to like order Uber Eats or go try to get food from the buffet at the party, have your own snacks so you're not hungry. A hungry DJ is a bad DJ. Next is hand sanitizer. So I didn't have any more, but antibacterial wipes. So this is important because if you're doing a club style DJ and then there was 5 other DJs before you using the same mixer and using the same equipment, now you're going to be touching it. So it might be a good idea to wipe it down, or if not, just to use some hand sanitizer after. And also have wipes to clean your iPad if the screen gets smudgy, if something gets spilled on it, and if it's something sticky on it, your performance is going to be altered, because if you try to press something or you try to look at something, if there's something on the screen, your iPad isn't going to be working the way it should, and that could be really frustrating. So bring a way to clean up the stuff and keep things fresh and clean. Now the next one is because, well, I'll get into that in a second. I always bring a Bluetooth mouse with me. With a Bluetooth mouse, it gives you extra control over your iPad. You don't have to be actually touching the screen. You could just keep the mouse next to your controller, and it can help you to turn knobs and to do stuff on the screen that would be difficult to do with your fingers. Now, the next thing is very important when you're DJing with an iPad, and that is a stand. How are you going to get your iPad in a good position, a sturdy position, where you could be pressing buttons? And because DJs are like rock star, when a rock star plays the guitar, they slam on the guitar. Us as DJs, we're going to be getting into it, pressing buttons and doing stuff on the screen, and you don't want your iPad to fall over. So you could get all these different stands. Some are really cheap and some are more expensive. This right here is a stand from Dollar Tree. This was like $1.25 or something, and it's terrible. It barely balances the iPad, and then every time you touch it, it could fall over. I use this for my phone. It works okay for the phone, but very important that you have the correct iPad stand. So one of the things that I bring with me is this. This is a standing desk. I think I got it like at CVS or Walgreens. It's like a as seen on TV product. And so what it does is it folds down like this. And it's meant to be like a portable standing desk. So this will raise up the iPad at the correct height if you don't have a high enough table. And then it also works as a stand. So you could put it here. If you're DJing with only your iPad, you could use it like this, and then you have a nice reliable stand to DJ with. And then also, when I'm using the Newmark iDJ to go, this is my setup. I got the Newmark iDJ to go right here. I got the iPad here. I got everything I need right where I could easily access it. Now the next thing that I'm going to show you guys, let me just make sure this doesn't fall. The next thing is I have this. This is a professional iPad and phone stand kit. So what's in it is a couple of these very bendy but very strong rods, I guess, and then various ways to connect it. So there is a table stand. You could just put this on the table, and then you can connect one of these in, and then there's various different attachments that go on it. This one is for the phone. The one for the iPad I'm actually using for the iPad over here. But you could also use this. You could attach a microphone to it. And it was pretty expensive. It was like $175, but it's really high quality. And it's meant for like musicians that use the iPad when they're like singing or playing the guitar or something, that have the iPad there with the sheet music. But it works perfectly for DJing with Djay Pro. Next is this case. this is what I keep my Newmark iDJ to go to touch in. So whether I'm doing the gig with that controller, or if it's a more professional gig where I'm using a larger controller, I will still just bring this. It's a small, tiny case, and it has everything I need, all the wires, to DJ with the Newmark iDJ to go. So if something happens with my main controller, if my main controller is not working, I always have a really good mini portable controller for a backup. So I hope this helped you guys see what I bring the gigs and give you guys some ideas so you're not stuck at a gig missing something that could have been helpful. So if you like learning about DJ Pro, if you like learning about making money with DJing, and if you want to learn more about DJing with the iPad, subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. Thank you.